Alright, this is going to be position 2, Viper for the Battle Cup replay. Too far, too far, too far. Alright, anytime now. Alright, let's see what these starting items are. Alright, award. Did not get shared tangos, that's unfortunate. Tell your hard support to give you some. Could have gotten 2 freebies instead of buying your own for 3, but that's fine. And looks like the start of a Wraith Band, Fairy Fire, Branch, Mango. All straightforward. So the ward here, I don't really love that one. It's a little far from the river. So I guess maybe you were concerned that they could see from the other side if the other mid had kind of walked up here. So it's got a little bit of distance here. You actually missed getting vision on this rune spot here because you can kind of see the discoloration on the river. So it doesn't look like you're going to be able to see which rune spawns where. The vision across the river is okay. That's fine. But I would have maybe put it either here or maybe a little bit more here so you can see the run, but either way, no big deal. Alright, team goes for first blood, so everyone starts moving top, coming up behind, everyone else is going across the way. You actually decide to run across her, which is smart. So looked like you were originally going to come over in this direction, then you would have done the same thing Sand King did, you would have been spotted on this side, so going up this way across the stairs is much better. Ooh, excuse me, I wouldn't have mind going this way to be close. Oh, excuse me again. But this is fine too, and you end up getting the kill. But you don't communicate this with the team, so they actually didn't know, and they back away here, but this is fine. Just try and let them know that you're coming up behind. Just say, I'm coming or something, or I'm almost there. Anything to let them know that they should stay on his tail as opposed to turning. Alright, looks like you're going back to your lane. Alright, let's see the creep block. Oh, did you miss it? You missed it. Okay, that's a shame. Alright, let's see. And theirs is completely unblocked. That's a shame because you could have had the creeps back, like probably maybe at the bottom of the stairs here. But either way. Looks uncontested for now. Someone's missing. Checking up top. Aggro back, that's good. Should miss. Yeah, he's just got more damage than you with that. The extra damage is going to be hard to outlast hit. So with the poison stacks, you really got to build up. So the deal with the poison attack is if you only just kind of throw one by itself, it's almost worthless. You really need to add it up, otherwise you're not getting full value out of the poison stacks there. Okay, that's unfortunate. He denied you there. Good deny on your part. Okay, that was a really early last hit. Yeah, poison, attack him twice. There you go. Maybe one more time. That's fine. Aggro back is good too. Gotta check his inventory. I don't know if you've checked his inventory yet. I haven't seen it change over. It's a shame. Eat that tango. Yep. Probably could have gotten that last hit. Sure. That denies missed anyway. Okay, that denies also missed. What's the CS count here now? He's got 6. You've got 3. That's really bad. So he's got twice as many. All right. A lot of that's just the extra damage from Chilling Touch, but I think some of them you could have had. Okay, good. Probably aggro this up the hill, but it's just me. Yeah, you should be aggroing some of these creeps back, I think, now. Ooh, wrong one. I think that was a misclick. Looked like you meant to click on the bottom one, you clicked on the top one. Not a big deal. Looks like you're AFK or something. Oh, you had the shop open to buy items. Yeah, you got to do that beforehand. So you stopped here and you paused for a little bit, and you're kind of looking at items here. You should already have like the first 2 or 3 items already queued up. You bought the first parts of a Wraith Band. You know that the recipe is coming out next. So you should already have the recipe in your quick buy, and then already have basically decided on what your first item is going to be. It's pretty unlikely that you're going to change your mind, and if you do, you can change it and then open the shop. But otherwise, you should already have these items ready, because by pausing there and kind of looking at your shop window, I think you missed another free CS. Lots of good banter back and forth, looks like. It's a freebie, that's good. There's a good one there, waiting for his hit to land. That's unfortunate that he had the damage for that. Several, yep, there you go. 2, 3, get a couple, oh, deny, turn for the deny, there you go. And then get that last hit on the range. That's a big last hit on the range. Oh well. And deny, it's good. Guida Tango. Oh, you want Nether Toxin for that, so that's a shame. If you had, and again, you're probably just going to the poison attack snap build, but the thing is, you're not getting the value out of it. So you're going for the poison attack build, but you're never applying several stacks to them. Sometimes you get like 1 or 2, but this is really valuable when you get 3 or 4 or 5. But you haven't been doing that this entire time. So it might have been better to go for the Nether Tox build, especially with the way he can nuke the creeps. You're also not flash farming either of the side camps. So it's now 3 minutes in, and normally you'd have enough power to be able to flash farm this wave and then go to your own small camp and basically get an extra wave and then get back to the mid lane before he's able to shove the next wave to you. So you could get a little bit more efficiency. The big advantage you have over AA is he's going to outright click you with that chilling touch damage, but AA has no good way of flash farming his camp. So there's no way that AA is going to leave this lane and go kill this small camp here for some extra CS and then come back and beat you on XP. Whereas you could, if you had gone Nether Toxin, you could, or even if you don't go Nether Toxin, even if you just right click and try and nuke out these creeps, you could probably beat him on a lot of them, and he's going to out CS you like he's been doing this whole time. But was it 11-6 to 5-6? So he's got double your CS, same amount of denies. But he's going to beat you on that. Just flash this, go back to the small camp, clear this out, and then come right back as this wave is coming here. But that's not here nor there. And then I'll also check his inventory, because he probably looked at yours. He sees you don't have a salve, and he had a salve. And if you had Nether Toxin, you would have been able to cancel that salve from long range, as opposed to trying to walk up to him with the poison attack. So, okay, you courier out a salve, that's good. You gave up on the block, which is interesting. Not sure why you did that. So it looked like you started to block the wave, and then you went up here like you were going to go to the small camp, and then you came back. So you didn't even bother blocking the rest of it. Maybe you were waiting for the salve to finish, or trying to get more efficiency. But now the wave is still on the wrong side of the river, and this is a terrible position for you. AA has a fantastic lane equilibrium up here, and he's going to beat you on the rest of the CS because the creeps are over here in this spot. Deny that? Nope. Okay. That's a freebie. Finish that. Okay. Just barely got it. That's good. Okay. Missed a range creep. That's big. Let's see, 7-8 to 17-6. Wow, he's really ahead. Worth about the same. And XP. He's 400 to your 340. That's unfortunate. Good stack there. Self stack. Also waiting for a river. So that was an excellent play. So not only did you stack your small camp, which you can destroy easily with Nether Toxin, you were also in the exact position for a ward. And it's just unfortunate that it ends up respawning down here. He didn't have a bottle, so it's not even worth picking up for him. But it was a good play, because now you're basically on top of this rune. If it does end up popping there, 50-50 chance, because your ward here doesn't actually see this rune, so you actually don't know what this is yet. But you can see him leaving. He's going for it. He's going double null. That's interesting, and so it's very damage heavy, very greedy. He's got the one salve, but you should probably be looking to pressure him with some damage. Since you did go heavy in poison attack, you really got to try and stack 3 or 4 hits on him to really catch up in this lane. Deny that. Okay. There you go. Easy last hit. No, that was a freebie. I think he could have had that one if he had it. So now, he's actually so far ahead of levels, he actually is jungling the small camp. And so you haven't jungled any small camps. You stacked one, but he's now going to jump ahead of you a little bit. Not only is he 60 XP a minute ahead of you now, but he's also going to probably kill this off and then come back just in time to basically get his half of the creeps that don't die here. So the denies here are really important. If you deny a lot, then this is good. See, now you're nuking the range creep early, and that's really unfortunate. Yeah, see, that was a giveaway deny. That was, you made it really easy for him to deny your range creep right there. It was nice that he missed that. But see now, you know, 3 of the 4 creeps ended up surviving all the way into his tower, and he still got the fourth one. So he ended up getting some damage. I don't know how much of this small camp he was able to kill here. He might not have even killed it all. It's probably just 1 or 2 of the creeps, but that 1 or 2 creep that he got is still a big advantage over you because you haven't gotten any small. And now his lane is still back here, so it's not like he's going to miss any of this XP either. So it's good timing on his part to know when he had to cut back to the lane. Range creep deny, that was a freebie. Okay. You've now got 3 levels in poison attack and you're really not using it at all. You've had basically full mana for the entire laning stage. So you've got 2 resources. You've got HP and you've got mana. You've been losing a lot of your HP resource this whole time, and you haven't even touched this. So you've got 400 things here that you're not using at all. Whereas the AA has been basically going through his mana consistently because he's using his Chilling Touch probably almost every time it's off cooldown, and he's getting a lot more mileage out of it. Whereas you're just sitting here with this 400 mana that isn't even being thrown against him, because you could turn that 400 mana into negative health on him. So. Okay. Oh yeah, and he gets a snipe on you. That's unfortunate. Okay, so that was interesting. You actually, I'm not sure about that, but I think you could have dodged that. Let me see. Alright, so he gets another hit on you. You're level 5, so you probably don't even expect the snipe, but he gets level 6 off of the creep wave here. So let's see, he probably hits that, right? Gets level 6, perfect for him. You're running straight this way. The tracer comes up here, and you should break left or right. So the thing about this is when the tracer hits and pops, it's going to hit everyone within the sphere, but it also hits people that are in line with the sphere. So if he shot the tracer over here, and well, let's just let it go a little further. So, okay, so there, it's gone somewhere over here in front of you. So it's somewhere over here. When the ball pops over here, everything that's in the ball gets frozen, but everything along the path also gets frozen. So if you're standing here, 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 anywhere along this line, and you get hit by the tracer, you also still get hit by the, whatever this thing is called. So what is this? Or who touched the icy ball of hail as it travels. Yeah. So everything along this path diagonally or linearly is going to get frozen just as if you were in the ball anyway. So your only options here to dodge this are to go left or right. So going back just kills you just the same as if you just stand on the ball. So really, you're at the top of the stairs here. You see the tracer go over your shoulder. That's your chance to go straight up here. You turn around and you go back down the stairs, and you literally walk into the tracer. Okay, now you do a spin. That's interesting. And now you go the wrong way. Okay, so you came up the stairs, you decided to go back down the stairs, and then you went back up the stairs, but then as you went back up the stairs, you went down this way, down to the left, whereas if you had gone up into the left here this way, because you saw as the tracer was coming in, it came over your left shoulder, you should have hooked to right and tried to go up into this tree here. Because if you had been standing right here in this spot, this would have saved you. That whole area right there would have saved you, and you probably would have gotten right there, probably right at the edge of this green-gray thing, right when that tracer hits here, and you would have missed it, because the tracer's over here. You can see the line of sparkles. Everything on that gets hit, and that would have been a spot to live. So that's unfortunate. And now I think your lane is lost. Let's go back to normal speed. Alright. Got a sentry, thinking he's got a ward somewhere, right? Another salve, and then parts of your treads. Let's speed up a little bit. Alright, poison snap, poison snap. 1, 2, 3. That's good. 4, 5. Okay, good. That was easily the best use of poison snap the entire time, and that's going to really ruin his life. And he basically he has to waste his salve here, and then the next time you do that, he's screwed. So that was excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It's a shame you're on the wrong side of the river, so you don't see his observer yet, but you'll get it. You sniping north. Okay, that's fine. Turn, get that. Okay, so you zoned in on that range creep right there, and you missed a free CS and a deny on this side, which isn't the worst thing in the world. But those were freebies. So you kill this, kill that. All right, right here, you got that deny. You start hitting this range creep. This range creep isn't taking damage from anyone else. You don't need to nuke this right now. These guys are in a battle right here, and that's a free CS. That deny is not as important. He's probably going to stay out of XP range. It's unlikely he's going to come like right up here and get close. Oh, excuse me, but you really should get this CS right behind you. So you actually focus on this. That's a free deny, that's a free CS, and you really want to delete this guy, but you missed both of these right here. So that should have been a hit. You could have turned around, hit this guy, and then turned back around and killed this one. And so you also missed the deny there. So that's 1 out of 3 that you could have had. This is big, so he's got a clarity up here on the AA. Unfortunately, you don't see it because your ward's on this side, but you do want to get that. Invisering, that's fine. Okay, you're going top with it. No, you're going bot. No, you're going top. Okay. Oh, that's a mistake right there. Okay, so a level 2 Tiny ran up to you, and you hit him once with Poison Snap, and then let him run away. That I don't know why you did that. So that was a great kill right there. So you kind of whiffle, you run in a circle, not sure which way you want to go. Tiny's right here. He's got no mana. I mean, even if you think he has mana, let him throw his combo on you. He's level 2. You've got 800 life, you're going to survive. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 poison snaps as he's running away. So he's slowed by 10%. He's going 310. You're going 275. You probably could have gotten like 3 or 4 snaps on him before he got away from you. And then that completely ruins Tiny. He's got to run all the way back to the fountain. But because you hit him one time, yeah, you popped the clarity, which is nice. But you basically missed your chance to take Tiny out of the game for the next probably 90 seconds. All right. Not sure where you're going here. You're giving up on that range creep. Okay. You're not taking your small camp here. Okay, this is weird. I don't know what you're doing here. So you could have chased that lane. You could have tried to get the range creep there, gone for a deny, or you could try and flash farm this small camp stack you've got here. But now you're just kind of you're hanging out in this area, and this really does nothing for right now. You're just like zigzagging back and forth. So that's inefficient, unfortunately. So right here, there's no reason to stand on the low ground and tack up. So all your creeps and you are in the low ground. Your ward is here. That gives you a little bit of vision on this edge. Let's see how far your vision goes. No, wrong here. Okay. Okay, so that's your vision. You don't see the AA, which is fine. But if you stand on the top of this here, and you stand on the top of the stairs there, she-shells, then you can turn around, you can still last hit these guys, you can deny these guys, but you can also see the AA when he comes in for his hits. And so you can basically zone him out by standing at the top of the stairs, hitting him when he comes up too close, probably just throw an ult on him to scare him away, and then poison snap him if he stays. And you could take this entire wave and shove him out because he's got very little regen. You know, he's got actually no regen now. He's gone full greed, and you could basically dominate this whole lane. But by staying on this low ground, he's going to be able to come up to you, and he's going to be able to throw his entire combo, and you're not even going to see the start of it because the combo is probably going to start back here. Your ward way over here probably gives you vision to about this line here-ish. I think this is a replay bug. You don't have all this vision. So let's see, fog both teams. Let's rewind a little bit and see how much vision you actually have. Okay, so your vision goes up to here. That's the arc. He's going to be standing around this area, and he can easily start dropping his combo on you right as he's coming out of the smoke here. So you really want to be here because then you extend your vision out probably to about this far if you're standing at the top of the stairs. You got raindrops coming. That's good. Tiny's probably going to want to gank you pretty soon. Yep, see right there, you didn't even see that deny hit coming in because you were pump faking your attack, and then he just comes in and denies it. It's like, okay, well, if you had stood up here, you would see that this clarity is going on. You'd be able to attack him once, throw off the clarity, and then you'd be able to zone him away, and he wouldn't get any of these. That's okay that you aggro it back, but you're aggroing one creep away. Okay. That's fine. See, I feel like maybe you're scared of the cold feet combo at this point, which makes sense because you haven't managed to really do much with your own spells. Going for a gank. This is good. Going exploring. And easy freebie on the Veno. That's good. Okay, and then you go back. Witch Doctor's here with you. Good. Viper ult. Unfortunately, Witch Doctor is AFK. He's not paying attention. Finally shows up, figures it out, and you get the kill there. So if Witch Doctor was a little quicker on the draw there, that was a wasted Fairy Fire, so that didn't do anything. You can't heal through that. Let me make sure. Know what I'm talking about when I say that. Get that kill, good. All right, you're at 325, 287, 283, 274, 85, 241, 232. You pop it, 232. Yeah. So your Fairy Fire doesn't do anything. You can't heal through the frostbite like that, so you just wasted that, which is unfortunate. Salve is good. You just immediately salve back, and you're ready to go next fight. This would be a good time for you to flash this wave and then go get your small camp. You're really taking it slow, but that's alright. Okay, that looked like an odd way to do that, but alright. It's not going to stack, so I'm not sure what that was for. Yeah, that doesn't stack that way. And of course you probably want Nether Toxin to try and farm that camp. 2 sets of Clarities coming out, that's good. You finally have your Power Treads. I think the AA is a good bit ahead of you net worth. Let's see. Okay, not too far. 300 ahead of you. You got 2 other people on your team that are ahead, so that's also good. Last hits denies. 22 and 7 to 41 and 15, so that's unfortunate. You're probably going to get more value out of your ganks than he will. To keep up your net worth. Good hit. Why is this not running? So I've seen these 3 items in your stash for a long time. I don't know if your courier's actually on the way or not, but let's see. Which one? Nope, your courier's been sitting here for a while. Excuse me. So I don't know if you're waiting for something else to purchase. Like maybe you think you're going to get the first part of one of these items and then you can bring that on. But you should have brought this set out a minute ago. You should have had these, and your Clarity should be active on you and already refilling you at this point, because this is pretty inefficient. And the longer you don't have these raindrops, the more vulnerable you are to a tiny gank. So bring these items out. This is way too much stuff in your stash to not have your courier go ahead and make the trip. That was a freebie deny. Missed that one. Check his inventory. See if he's warding. I don't think you're looking at the AA's inventory. You haven't clicked on it, so you don't know what his items are. You don't know what his his consumables are going to be like. All right, start coming down for a gank. Decide against it. You go back up. You're waffling. Might as well go steal the rune. Come back down for a gank again. And the fight's over. So I think you die here because they see you on both sides. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little unfortunate. So you're in a weird spot. You ended up starting out over in the kind of the rune area, which was fine. And then when it was about 10 minutes, you could have gone straight up these stairs, and then you would have been able to contest for this rune, and you would have been on even ground. You would have seen it. But then you go over this way. You walk past this rune completely, which I'm pretty sure they're going to get it now. You start looking at this fight here, which was already kind of ending, and then you put yourself in this sort of middle ground, which is a terrible spot because you can't see uphill here. The guy TPing to the tower here is only a couple trees away from you, and the Frost Blast just came in. You saw the AA throw a tracer across this way, so you got hit with the Frost Blast, so you're already wounded, and they already know you're there, and you basically put yourself in between them for no reason. You didn't get this rune first, so you could have gotten at least one of them. And the chances that you run uphill and then steal this rune while the AA knows you're there and the Tiny's rotated back in here is pretty slim. So that was an unfortunate decision there, and that got you killed for nothing. All right, well, dying got you your items, so who needs couriers when you can just die and get your stuff that way? You're out for 10 seconds, coming back. All right, TPing back into mid. Finally, have Nether Toxin, so you can flash your camps. You might have been able to stack that one at 53, but you wanted the rune. That's fine. Send the illusion back as bait, I guess. Trying to get the AA to snipe the wrong one, which is fine. It's a nice idea, but the AA also has a pretty short cooldown on his tracer, and so it's kind of wasted. Excuse me. You still have yet to flash farm anything, so this camp on your left side has been double stacked for like forever. I think you double stack this at like the 2 minute mark, and then you haven't even touched it. I think AA has probably killed this camp like 3 or 4 times now. So you are falling way behind in terms of efficiency. You're not even trying to kill this wave off. You're not even really trying to nuke these guys either. So you just kind of sit in the middle lane. You hit these guys a little bit, but excuse me, you don't kill these creeps off fast enough to force the AA to run back to his lane. So there's an unfortunate sort of time gap where you're just kind of hanging around and AA is doubling his efficiency on you. And I think that's why you're falling behind so far. Yeah, part of it is he's got the kills, but he's 4,200, you're 3,300. That's a huge difference. I don't think that's just the couple kills he got, because how many does he have? 2 kills, 1 assist, or 4 assists? Yeah, maybe it's assist and kill gold, but still, I think he's getting more efficiency from the jungle than you are. See, at this point, the tower damage you're getting here is wasted. So your creep wave isn't coming in for a long time. You've got, let's see, these creeps are all here. His creeps are nowhere to be seen. Your next wave is all the way back here at your tier 2. Excuse me. So that means that his creeps are also back at this tier 2, and they're not going to get here for a second. As soon as you flash farm the last creep here, you could have sent the illusions in to do a little bit of tower damage, and then you could have walked back here, Nether Toxin, wiped out this double creep camp, and then been back in this lane by the time these creeps way back here got there. So you're sort of wasting time and exchanging it for a little bit of tower damage, and you're doing, what, 70 some damage. Tower has 12 armor. You're doing no damage to the tower. It's not even worth the little bit of chip damage, because even if you do kill this tower, you're not going to bully the AA out, all the way out of lane. He's just going to go start ganking and being more active. What does he have? He has basically has his Atos. So once he's got the rod, he's not even going to sit here and dick around with you. He's going to go start wiping people out on the side lanes, and you're going to be in here in a basically a dead lane. So you should have sent the illusions in, kill that, flash farm this small camp here, or even contest. You can even stay close, even if you don't want to run all the way away. Send the illusions in here, and then go steal his camp over here. You can nuke that on this side, steal it from him, find out where he is, and then throw something on him to cancel his clarity and basically make his game harder. But you're really giving the AA a free mid. You haven't really done anything to sort of hurt him playing AA mid. Because the way this game is going, it looks like AA is a great choice for mid, and it shouldn't be. You should be beating up on him a lot more, or at least a little more. Those illusions aren't worth anything. Keep them in there. Let them hit. Gives you more vision. Yeah, now you're just dancing with them, and this is wasted time. Okay, that was silly. So now you're going top. Okay, now you're not going top. Okay, so that's weird. So you just wasted the illusion to do nothing, or maybe kill one camp. Send this illusion out as bait. That's okay, but you just kind of like waffled in this area and didn't actually accomplish anything for a while. You saw the tracer kick over, so A is over here somewhere because we saw his tracer kick out. And he's probably, I mean, honestly, AA is probably farming the same camp that he's been farming every time. He's probably killed this small camp like 10 times now, and I really don't think you've hit a single jungle creep, which is really, it's just a huge difference. So. It's the CS count here. 37 to 70. Okay, so he has almost twice your CS count and more than twice your deny count. So staying in the wave and staying close to the lane isn't helping. I think you gotta change something up. This is a good rotation. You end up finding too low, and unfortunately the rotation just didn't combo well with your team. So You going in was great, and if you had told your team you were going in, that would have been fantastic because then you would have basically had that tiny. He would have dropped down to nothing. The Venomancer here is also low. Lion and Sand King could have easily killed him off, and then it's basically Lion, Sand King, and you getting hit by the Frost Bass against the Life Stealer by himself, and then you could have ran away. Lion and Sand King would have protected you as you got out, and you would have gotten the Venomancer and the Tiny for free. But you ended up making this rotation silently, I remember, or at least I didn't get any whiff of it. So I didn't realize this was happening until I looked at the minimap and saw it. And then I started calling over the Sand King, and the Sand King didn't even look at the minimap, so he had no idea what was going on. He was still over here hitting trying to last hit creeps. So this whole fight was a great idea, but you just got to communicate it with the team because now it turns into a feed. And so you get the Tiny, which is a weak support, and Venomancer ends up killing you off, which is a shame. And now A is going to rotate and basically get the kills that you should be getting. Oh, we do trade for the Venomancer here. That's good. Because this guy left, whoever he is. Alright, are we still in your perspective? We are not. Alright, so let's see what you're doing. Oh, you TP up to help save the Lifestealer. That's perfectly fine. I think that's the first use of Nether Toxin in the whole game, and that's unfortunate. That's a little late, low value there. Alright, nuke this, shove it into the tower, that's fine. You're going for Yules, that's okay. So the Yules is good, gives you the mana regen, gives you movement speed, gives you a disable, because your team is doing a lot of the catching. The Lion, the Sand King are going to blink forward, jump forward, try and get people. So the Yules is fine. This is unfortunate. You're like hiding in the trees up here. I guess waiting for your TP scroll to come off cooldown. But this is pretty bad. And so you're also in a bad spot. So you stopped right here, and so the thing about this spot is you can be seeing this entire kind of like hallway of trees, for lack of a better word. Whereas if you had pushed up just a little bit further and kind of cut over to the side, you can hide on the top of this tree, and the only way they're going to find you is if they come right into this area. But because you've got no tree below you, you got this empty hallway. Whoever that was that ran here, I think it was Tiny. Whoever it was running through the trees can basically run through this passageway looking for you on this side, and then they'll glance value see you flash when they look up this sort of empty space. So if you want to hide up here in the trees like that, just get on the back side of this tree right here, because the tree on your bottom and the tree on that side would block you, and they'd have to walk all the way up here and basically be in only this spot to be able to see you because of the way it blocks downward. That's just a minor thing. You also had a TP here, but I understand not using it because the Tiny... Oh, you pinged it. He's invis, I guess? Nice kill on the Tiny, but you guys both end up dying for it, so I don't think it's worth it. That's the second time in like 2 minutes you've traded for a support, and it's unfortunate for the net worth. Because basically, let's see, how's the net worth look? You have fallen pretty far down. So you're at 46. A is at 59. You're kind of middle of the pack, which is not excellent. Unless that fight goes poorly. Am I not on? No, I'm still not on your perspective. All right. Go back here. This is an inefficiency thing. You've got a Clarity in your inventory, and you've got the Staff of Witchery backpack. You're not using the Clarity right now. You're not going to use it anytime soon. You've got almost full mana. Take this Clarity out and put the staff back in. You could have extra 10 intel, which isn't much, but it's better than the 0 stats you get from Clarity. That was really weird. So you popped a Clarity while you were full health walking up on a regen rune. That has to be a misclick. Yeah, I don't know what that was. And you don't have any actives. Like, there are no actives in your inventory, so it's not like you were trying to push a different button. So yeah, I don't get that. And you still keep the Clarity in your inventory, which is weird. So that was just a weird misplay. Nether Toxin that. It's taking too long. You're taking way too long. So the time it took you to like right-click a couple of those guys, these guys started to kill your tower. Drop your Nether Toxin since you just... Oh, it is on cooldown. Okay, never mind. If that's right, then that's okay. I was going to say you have full mana. Use that Nether Toxin to flash farm that wave. You don't want him to hit the tower for free. Now these waves are coming back. So yeah, nether toxin and leave. No, there's no reason to stay here. So you can drop this nether toxin and these creeps will basically be dead from it. And you can come back and clear them up. But what you need to do is you need to flash that. But the wave was just hitting into your tower. So the enemy creeps were right here beating on this tower and you came in at the last second and started to clear them up. That means that the next wave of creeps is right behind. And so these guys are here. The enemy creeps are right here. They're going to meet here in about 2 seconds. You need to drop the nether toxin, come out here, flash this wave as well, and then go back to finish up those guys in jungling because this is you're going to miss this wave here. In this case, Tiny's in the area, so it's unfortunate that he's trying to contest you, but you're now not doing anything here. Maybe you wanted to clear that out before the 17-minute mark, and that's fine too if you just wanted to respawn the camp. Kill those. There's no reason to get scared here. Like, level 7 Tiny's no blink, he's not going to get you. So Tiny has, yeah, just boots. Doesn't even have an item yet. That was another case of where you focused on the range creep and you missed the free melee last hit. That's a good nether toxin. Just throw it out there. You don't have to risk yourself by crossing over. That's perfectly fine. And flash this camp. I guess you're going to gank. That's cool too. You got your Yules. That's excellent. Okay, now you're just farming the wards. So this is hard because those wards are too high level for you to do this. And everyone's about to get jumped right here. This is you're all gonna die. How do I know? Predict the future. That's good. You just leave at this point. So this guy's dead, this guy's dead, they fucked up. You can just walk away right now and save yourself. You're the mid. There's no reason to try and save the two low-level guys in exchange for what may be a Veno or maybe an Underlord kill. I don't think you get any of these guys. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. You never used your Yules either, so not that it would have done much to save you, but you could have Yules to stop one of them from jumping in on you. You could use the Tiny when he was trying to attack you, or Yule someone else. Oh, excuse me, so that's unfortunate. And the power treads set to intel. It doesn't give you any extra life, so set them to wow. Set them to strength in a fight like that, so you have just a little bit extra health. Because you get the extra 10 strength, that's what, 200 health? Wouldn't have done a lot, but 200 is going from 1100 to 1300, so that's a big difference. Alright, back to player perspective. Flash that wave. I guess you're hiding for something. Trying to bait. Going for BKB next, that's fine. There's an awful lot of magic. You're not tread switching at all. I don't know if maybe you just like accidentally kick this one to intel, but you kick it to int for a spell, then you put it back to agility when you're attacking, and then you put it to strength when you're gonna when you need more life. Try and get in the habit of tread switching. This is fine, but it's just little efficiencies. Alright, so you're just walking around now. Oh, first neutral item. That's a little late, so let's see that. That's the thing. Okay. So there's an Iron Talon here. Although maybe you had that, you dropped it. I think you did, actually, because I was telling you to get rid of the Iron Talon. So that might be a bit of an efficiency thing. I haven't been paying attention, but you definitely want to make sure that you don't leave the neutral item slot open when there are freebies. Alright, here's another bad fight. Yeah, that's fine. You got a freebie there. Courier kill, it's cute. And then turn around. Okay, that's cool. Nothing else is going on. You have this Ocean Heart in the stash, but you're not sending out on the courier. Maybe, again, you're trying to buy. You can already afford the Ogre, so I guess you're trying to buy the Mithril and send them both out, but you might as well just send out the Ogre Axe and get these 2 items and not delay any longer. Yep, he's dead. Go ahead and leave him. The nice nether toxin to help. But yeah. Flash those creeps. Alright, see what else is happening. Alright, you got your Ocean Heart, that's fine. So you send out the Ocean Heart, but you didn't send out the Ogre Axe. So apparently you're going straight for the Mithril Hammer when you could have had at least another 200 health. So again, I would bring this out and up your health from 13 to 15. That would be better. You've still left your treads on intel, which is weird. Everyone's farming, that's fine, because you've got the later game team that wants to go late. That's a good stack there. So that's really efficient use of your toxin and your attacking them, aggroing them out to get the stack. That's good. All right, exploring, going for a smoke. Gonna get an easy kill here. No reason to Viper Strike here. I remember you do, so you Viper Strike him right there, and it is a short cooldown, but this guy's already dead. He's like dead 5 times over. Lion could have fingered, Witch Doctor, Maledict was a waste. Even just the Lion having the stun, the Hex, and the Witch Doctor having another stun, he's completely screwed. This guy doesn't have Rage, he doesn't have a BKB. There's no way he's escaping. He's dead 10 times over. So just try and save your stuff, because if this point right here had started into another fight and all 4 of the rest of his team had popped up over the horizon, you guys would be missing Viper Strike and Death Ward, and well, he saved Finger, but everything else would be off cooldown or on cooldown that you'd like to have in a fight. So it's just lucky that you guys didn't pick up anyone else or pick up the rest of the team. Clumsy Net, I like that. So hold people into the Nether Toxin and whatnot. That's a good trade for you. You got the pipe. Oh, no, I'm looking at Underlord. Wrong. You don't have the Clumsy Net. Never mind. Well, Clumsy Net would have been good for you too. This is a good Roche. Throw another Toxin. Okay, so that was weird. So you threw Viper Strike and you're holding Nether Toxin. I would have done that backwards. I wouldn't have wasted the Viper Strike. Everyone here has enough damage. You guys are going to crush this Roche easily. Throw another Toxin on the floor. So the AoE isn't so large that like they're going to see it from the outside of the pit. And even if they do, the Sandstorm AoE is bigger. But you can aim the Nether Toxin right there, and no one sees it from the outside of the pit. There's no reason not to use Nether Toxin. And there's actually a good reason to save your Viper Strike. So that was a little weird. Yeah. Alright, so that's a freebie. That's nice. Everyone's going around doing something. Spread out for farm. Good. Kill those camps. You don't need to use your poison attack. I get you have full mana, so that's fine. But if you weren't full mana, it'd be a waste. There you go. Clear this out. Okay, Nether Toxin, a small camp is probably a waste. You can kill those guys in 2 seconds, so it might be a cooldown you might want. Again, it's a short cooldown, but there's no reason to use it. Like once you're at this point in the level, at level 25 or at minute 25, the cores don't need to use spells to kill jungle camps for the most part, unless you're really in a rush, but I don't think you are. Right, you do have the Mithril Hammer, that's nice. You should bring out the Ogre Axe and replace the Clarity. There's no reason you don't have an extra 200 health right now instead of a Clarity that's not going to get used. The Clarity has no value, but 200 health would be huge. Alright, so this fight is terrible. Probably throw down Nether Toxin early. There it is. That's good. No reason for you to stand right behind the drow. You got your Yules. Are you going to use it? Use it on yourself. So the thing about using Yules on yourself when you're standing in the Pit of Malice is you're going to get stuck by the Pit of Malice, and then whether or not you're rooted, you Yules yourself up. By the time you come back down, you're going to get stuck in the Pit of Malice again. So your Yules defensively there is wasted because you're basically putting yourself right back into Underlord's spells. So you want to use it on someone else on the outside to basically ruin their initiation. But not a big deal either. Alright. Use your Viper Strike, that's great. You did auto cast Poison Attack, that's good. You want to just throw it on every single one. It's perfectly fine. Again, you had your power treads set to intel, and I actually saw you flash it. You changed your power treads in the lane, but now that you're here in the fight, you left it on intel. You have way more than enough mana. See, you died with 500, but if you had an extra 200 health, you go from 13 to 15, you would have lived an extra hit longer, and you would have contributed to the fight just a little bit more. So, in a fight like that, switch power treads to strength. All right, so you're dead for 40 seconds. This is probably good for the Viper play. You get BKB. I think everything else is pretty straightforward. I don't remember what the rest of your items are from here. I recommended a pike. I don't think you got it. Still going BKB. Any big fights coming up here. Flash farm that. Okay, he gets picked off. That's right. It's fine. Still going for BKB. Farming really slowly. So your farm is really suffering. As the mid Viper, you're at 8k. Sand King's up to 12, and there's 3 other people that are way above that. So you have half the farm of your drow. And I get a lot of that's just leaving the farm for drow, and drow's jungling hard and all that. But Might need to look at some camp efficiencies here because you are kind of walking around in the jungle a lot, not getting a lot of good farm here. The Sand King really shouldn't be ahead of you, so that's probably the most glaring thing is why is Sand King like 2,500 ahead. You do have BKB, so you go for next. Looking for creeps, don't find them. Fall back, defend here. This is a good fight. I think that played out well. You still didn't use your Yules, so if you had a 4-staff for your Hurricane Pike, you could 4-staff up, Yules the Underlord, catch him. All right, at this point, you got to stop. So this point, you're chasing. He roots you right here. This is probably a bad spot. You have no vision. The Tiny's alive, but everyone shoves in, and that's not the real issue. So I'm okay with everyone continuing to go for the fight here, but then Witch Doctor gets jumped by the Tiny, and everyone else continues to chase for like the tanky Underlord or something. So that was unfortunate. So yeah, there comes the Tracer. You're about to get sniped. Move up, you dodge it. Hey, that's actually good. You dodged the Frost Blast this time. Nope, you got caught still. Damn. A little close. Okay, now at this point, you don't see the Underlord. Underlord's missing. No one has any idea where that guy is because you thought he was like right about here in front of you. Tiny jumps in behind. You got to turn and kill off this Tiny and save the Witch Doctor because the fight with Underlord's over. But that's all right. He dies. You're probably going to die because you just keep going deeper, and now you're. So that was an unfortunate defensive Yules. Again, you just Yules yourself up, and when you use when you Yules yourself up, if AA puts Cold Feet on you, you stunned yourself because the Cold Feet stays on with the Yules. So a lot of times AA players will use the Yules themselves. They'll put Cold Feet on someone, Yules them, and when you come back down, they're stunned. And then, of course, Underlord just casts his Firestorm, so you're Yulesing up to basically land in again. What you should have done here was use the Yules on Underlord and then ran away from him through this stairway and back through the jungle here. You might have escaped. If you Yules him up, he doesn't get a root. AA might get a little bit of a slow on you, and you can try and run out here. Again, you should switch Power Treads to Strength for 200 life. But self-Yulesing here is just a feed. I don't think he's going to Cold Feet you because you're probably just dead. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so that fight ends. Drow comes in to try and clean up, and Drow basically barely escapes. Alright, that's good. What do you buy now? You have no item you quick buy. You switch to Hurricane Pike, that's good. I think the rest of the game is pretty straightforward from here. I think you win all the fights from here on out. Flash Farm, yep, running around. Yep, easy kill on AA here. That's a freebie, okay. Good fight here. Still flash farming. Really no items. Okay, I like buying the 4-staff first instead of the Dragonlance. A lot of times people will get the Dragonlance first, but the 4-staff here is going to be so much more utility. Your team really needs more mobility for catch, which is why I recommended the Yules in the first place. But this is good. All right, smoke in. I think this is the fight where you guys all start to win it. Yep. Another Viper Strike that was maybe not needed, but that one's fine. And then going for the weird Roche fight here. Yeah, I remember this. Again, that was another defensive Yules that probably should have been offensive. So here you are, you're running away. You've got your BKB, and you've only used it once. You've still got a 9-second BKB charge left. So I probably would have just used it to BKB and run out, because you're basically dying away here. Tiny comes here. That would have been a chance to BKB. Okay, so right there when you decided to Yules is when I would have BKB'd instead, because that would have been a lot better, I think, for getting away and for just in the fight. So if you BKB'd instead of Yules, you could then continue running. You could have Yules the Tiny or Yules whoever this other guy is coming up behind him. But by locking yourself into place, yeah, you missed the avalanche as well, but that's what the BKB is for. Okay, so you BKB on your way down, which is interesting because there's now no more magic damage coming out, so that's a backwards misplay. Should kill the Tiny here. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. Lost him. He's back. Okay, so that worked out fine, but it's a little different. Again, strength treads or agility, either strength for life or agility for damage, but the intel doesn't help you. Okay, you do switch to agility. That's good. That's the first power tread switch I've seen in a minute. Oh, that might have just been a hotkey misplay. Okay, so actually I lied. You guys lose this fight too. Okay, so the next fight is a win. I think this is good. Because everything else is pretty straightforward. Your itemization, I think, is pretty straight. Look at that. You get okay. You get dust. That's good. You know, unfortunately, you shouldn't have to be the one to get that, but you know, it's good that you know you did when the supports didn't have it. Probably counting too much on sentries. All right, we'll end that one here.